When I was 65, I had really big trouble in the bathroom. All I had for breakfast was a huge hamburger, but not long after, I ran and I'd sit down on my toilet to take a bump. And I sit there waiting for the poop to come out, but it was absolutely stuck in my anus. Anyway, after a few hours of this, I said, this is a big waste of my time. And I get the toilet plunger. I stand up and stick it onto my butt, and I start pumping away like mad. And I try to get that crap out. It's hurting, but I'm not taking no for an answer. Then I noticed the plunger was stuck to my bum. Great. So now I get the Michael Rosen tube. Oh, it was lovely. Anyway, I took the tube and I rubbed it on my ass and the plunger popped right off me. Wonderful. And then I noticed there was a great big chunk of poop stuck to the plunger. I smell it. Nice. Anyway, I think I'll get toilet paper. I tried to get the huge sloppy poop off the plunger, but it was sticky and my fingers went right through the toilet paper. So now I've got the Michael Rosen shite all over my knuckles. Meanwhile, my mum is at the bathroom door. My mum calls out, "Hello, is everything good?" I said, yeah, great. Everything's fantastic. Then she asked, "Do you want an apple?" Mum, why the fuck would I want an apple? Will you go away? Okay, Michael, okay. So I tried to wash off the plunger in the sink. But my doo-doo was too sticky and it clogged the sink. I was an idiot. Meanwhile, I've got little dribbles of poop coming out my butt all over the floor. So I start sliding on the shiny floor. Slap! Kaboom! Ow! I lay there on the floor with soggy lumps of doo-doo all over my hair and face.
Oh no, this is horrible!
Perhaps, I thought, when I got up this morning, I won't have to put my face in the chunk of shit. But no! Why should I get a break? Anyway, I start taking off all my clothes and I get in the shower and I'm just washing up. Then, suddenly, Mum says, "Right, Michael, that's enough. I'm coming in." Oh no! Now I was really fucked. She opens the door and then that really does it. Would you believe it, Michael? I don't believe it. I really don't. Do we take a dirty shit in the sink and fiddle-diddle with the toilet plunger at 9:30? No, we don't. No, we don't. And why is your poop everywhere but the toilet? Mum, just wait a sec. I can explain. I was not fiddle-diddling anything. Mum says, you can't fool me. Why do you have lube? Shit. I've never felt quite so horrible in all my life. So that was that. I never saw Mum again. Later that day, my poop turned into chocolate cake. Wonderful. So I ate a lot. And I had loads to eat. The Michael Rosen party time. At school, my friend Hans let one rip. And it was horrible. It smelled awful. Like hundreds of rats died. Our teacher starts yelling at us, "No farting!" And so she started looking all around the class trying to figure out who farted. No one knew but me. I put my face behind my face. I robbed my dick. Not long after, it was very hard. The 15-year-old banana. Here's me, and my mum's just given me a banana. Trouble was, the banana was slippery and sticky, and the peel came off in soggy lumps that I scooped together and pushed into my mouth. And just like I thought, this is a rotten banana. Anyway, my mum says, eat it. And I say, I don't want to. She says, eat it. And I say, I'll keel over and die. You can't. And that's when I get into really big trouble. Dad's hand darted across the table. I'll finish it, he said. Oh, yeah, you bet he said that. I'll finish it, he says. And Mum tries to be exciting. Look out. That was the blade of a knife. But my dad, what does he do? He stuffs a great big chunk of banana into his mouth, and then that really does it. His eyes pop out. Tea time. It's tea time. And we're sitting at the windmill, and my dad wants a chunk of plasticine in his butt. Could you get me the milk? Nice. I'll tell you what I do. When I open the snatch, I shove a rolled up comic really hard and fast inside the fucking snatch. And then she starts the moaning. Can I come? I want to come. I sit down again. Then he wants butter for his great big arsehole. Could you get me the butter, he says. I get the thick cooking oil and fling it at him. That was really hot. And he just fell over and died. Suddenly, Team Rocket came in, prepare for trouble. Make it double. To protect the world from Haribo's granddad. To unite all people in the back. To double the full of truth and love to extend our plums to the stars above Queen Eileen. Haribo. Team Rocket blast off at the speed of light. So now, or there'll be no afters, and I've made something rather nice. I think you know what I mean. Michael Rosen, quite right. And I said, I don't care, Team Rocket. Now, if you two don't stop it, I'm going to put you in a box with a lid and locks. Do you understand? So they go, okay, don't worry about it. And everything was lovely once again. Wonderful. And then I had sex with a tomato. Presents. I gave my mum and dad all kinds of Christmas presents. I used to go round the shops for hours looking at chocolate gingers. Once I thought I'd made a breakthrough. I was at Sass the Ironmonger's, and there they were. 2 jug things. They were both breathing very, very quietly. Magic. So I bought these wonderful things, and I gave them to my mum and dad for Christmas. They said that they had never seen anything quite so horrible. They were absolutely furious. And for a week or so after Christmas, they used to string me up from the wall bars. So I wore them from the wall bars. I'm probably still there. So spooky. Do you know, people say to me, if that's tail, how come your tail to tail, the tail? Fair enough, and I'll tell you. It's because Sir Fiddle Diddle came in, he had a jug full of oil and a bag of sandwiches. I like that. I was starving. All I had for breakfast was 1 apple and 15 razors. Sir Fiddle Diddle is now flicking drops of oil at me. I had to slide out from the wall bars. Got it. Wonderful. And then we ate tulips. Well, actually, we ate the sandwiches. In the mouth. It was fantastic. Once, a boy called Richard came to school crying. We said, what's the matter? What's the matter? And he said his granddad can hypnotise people. And then he started crying again. He was a slimy little man, Richard's granddad. He had a shed with a skyfoogle in it. Mind you, my gran was a terrifying creature too. She gave me and my brother a chunk of poop in the mouth each. It was horrible. Dave said, my hamster
Can hypnotise people
as well. So everyone said, yeah, I bet you can't. So he said, okay, playtime. So playtime. We all went onto the playground. He said, right, who wants to go? So Trevor said, yeah, me. So this boy, Dave, made Trevor lie down on the ground on his back, and he took this old dead hamster out of his pocket. It was on the end of a string, and he starts swinging the hamster to and fro in front of Trevor's eyes, and he starts up talking in this spooky voice.
Watch the hamster, watch the hamster, go to sleep, go to sleep.
He's hypnotised, blah. Suddenly, the going far, far away bell went boing, boing. At that, Trevor goes and stands up and bursted. So sad. Don't do that. Who do they think I am? Sus. One day they'll say, don't pee on the baby. Don't put confetti on your titties. Don't put ants in your ass. Don't put mustard in your cunt. And don't stick your toes in the cat. Please. Mum's dead.
My mum is dead.
A sad thing happened this week. It was my mum. When everyone was out, I went up to her where she was hanging up, and I put my ear right close up, but she had stopped breathing. I don't think Mum has noticed yet, and I don't know how to break the news to her. If I go up to her and say, Mum, you're dead, I think she'd be upset. I was 7. There was a gopher in the paper. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking of this book I read at school about Michael Rosen, who gets thrown out and goes from house to house asking for somewhere to be knocked up. So I think, I could write a story like that. I called it Cunt Sauce. I sent it in and I won the competition, and it was printed in the paper. Cunt Sauce by Michael Rosen, aged 7 3/4. My mum and dad pleased me.